Hi guys, for today's video we are up in my media room. We've got the movie posters here, and if you didn't catch the fall decorate with me, I'll link it down below, but what we're gonna do today is take the media room from fall to Halloween. So there is a little bit of a difference, especially like with my movie posters. We're gonna make them a little bit more Halloween-y, I guess you could say, and we're gonna throw up some more spooky decorations. So let's get started. So the first area that I actually want to tackle for today are going to be the pillows. And get all of these pillows off because we are going to go with some black pillows for Halloween. Alright, so I pulled out 4 of my black pillows. Obviously they're not in their spots yet. I also wanted to show you guys that I have these pillow covers that I think I'm going to use. I got them from Amazon. It came in a set of these 4. So I will link these down below. These black pillow covers are also from Amazon too, by the way. Aunt Hilda's Witch's Brew. Very, very cute. Definitely has like a little witch theme here. And yeah, the Hocus Pocus one is awesome. I think this was like $14 for the set of 4. I wanted to set up the pillows a little bit differently than I normally do, but I'm thinking 4 right the way that I've done this with the stack of the 2 together. I think 4 is too many, so I'm going to condense it down to 3. Alright, so I think 3 is definitely a lot better, especially since there are like 3 clear-cut cushions. I love the way the black solid pillow is making the lettering, you know, and the design of the front pillows pop. So pretty simple, just removing those fall colors and incorporating my Halloween colors here. And then I thought that using the Hocus Pocus one as like the main center pillow would be really cute, because I did consider like, you know, which ones would go where. So I'm thinking primarily I want it to be like a ghost and spider thing. I mean, I think it's just going to be kind of random a little bit. I really should have thought through the pillow covers and done something more ghosty. But listen, we're just going to roll with it. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and remove the white pumpkins, but I am going to keep up this garland. I still think it kind of has like a spooky little look to it. And then I'm going to take these wood block ghosts that I picked up from Marshall's, I think is where I got these. So I have 2 of these. I'll put 1 on each end, and then I have this matching set with the 3 in the center, and so I'm just gonna set them right here. I definitely feel like I'm kind of like decorating in random spots because I'll probably go back to the garland a little bit later on. But what I want to move on to next is this piece right here. As you can see, I have some pumpkin picks in this garland. So this is like my everyday decor. Even the garland is there like all year round. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the pumpkins, and I'm going to add some Dollar Tree black spiders as if they are crawling through the garland. I always get the biggest thrill when I see Dollar Tree items in my, like, you know, bigger priced items decor, and how they just compete so well. I mean, honestly, they look so good. I can't believe they're $1. Alright, so I think it looks great. I love the pop of black. I also like how they have like the glittery body. But next up, let's work on this lamp right here. It's from Amazon. I'll link it down below. And we're going to go ahead and pull off these little pumpkin bits. We're going to keep everything else because I really didn't want to do like a whole massive transformation. I wanted to still keep some things in so that I don't have to, you know, rotate so many items out. Alright, so I think this is the combination I'm gonna go with. I just thought that the little ghost sign right here looked better than the car, but I don't know, let me know your thoughts. That's also a candle, or an LED candle, and then these are just little Dollar Tree bits. This was actually last year and the year before, so I did not see these come back out again this year. Has a little light, it's orange. These are also from Dollar Tree, and that is Dollar Tree this year. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my biggest spider to this little bird cage lantern thing. And I'm just gonna nestle him in there like he's taken over the place. And then I'm gonna add this little guy kind of like crawling around it. I think I wanna add one more spider to the top here. I want to move on to this side piece right here and go ahead and get these pumpkins removed and then get this cleaned up a little bit and then add some ghosts and spiders here. Alright, so I decided to go with these little ghosts right here. This guy has a little bit of orange on him. They are from Dollar Tree. They're super cute, and I love the concept of the three. These are the only black spiders I have left from Dollar Tree, so I'm gonna have to go back on the hunt, see if I can find them. It won't be in today's video, but at least we have some spiders for this area. I have more spiders, but they're from Walmart, and I decided I'm going to use the Walmart ones to add them to the wall because the difference is there's no backing to these Dollar Tree ones. I added these Jot Dollar Tree foam mounting dots to the back of the spiders. At first I started at the top, but you can see from the side that it doesn't stick out the way the bottom of the body sticks out, so I'm not actually going to peel the top one. I'm just going to peel this bottom one because that's what will touch the wall. I decided to go back in and add the little spiders. I think they're kind of like really random. I probably should have done something a little bit more organized. I think maybe that would have looked slightly better, but I don't know, maybe random. But yeah, also I'm not sure on the placement of them. I feel like if I put them over the TV, they might have been like slightly distracting. Alright, so there are the spiders. I still wanted to make them kind of look random, so I didn't evenly space them out. I think that actually looks really cute and brings something to this corner since I really didn't have any plans to do anything. Alright, so again, without doing too much, because I didn't want to have to change out absolutely everything, the last thing that I want to do is switch out the posters. So I'm actually just going to make it one big transition. So we're going to go from fall to Halloween. Oh my gosh, I love these posters so much. So finally brought back Harley Quinn. Love her. My daughter's favorite. And then we've got these three, which I do feel like these three just kind of flow a little bit more together for me. Probably just because they're kind of like closer in time together, and this is like more of a newer movie. And then we've got, okay, Hocus Pocus. Like, we had to bring that back out. We got Beetlejuice. And I really thought long and hard about the fourth poster. In the end, I said Labyrinth is the way to go, because if you didn't watch my recent Amazon haul, I revealed my Halloween costume of the year. I'm so excited. So I thought it just makes sense to have Labyrinth back out for Halloween. So these are the four posters, and it just really adds to all of the spookiness that's kind of going on, and just, yeah, it just really brings out the Halloween vibes in this room for sure. And that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the makeover from fall to Halloween and how I transition. It's definitely different for me in terms of decorating. I do not correlate fall to Halloween. for me. I don't know, comment down below, let me know. Do you just like combine the two together, or what do you guys do? Because it is just a very different aesthetic and color palette for me. So I just wanted to show you guys how I did that with, you know, just using really cheap pillow covers, using the existing pillows that I have so that I don't have to keep buying, you know, like pillow inserts, and then, you know, having like my posters up, and then just little bits and pieces of decor. So, and then just the spiders crawling on the wall. But that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Also, let me know which Halloween poster is your favorite, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. And I wanted to do a play, a very subtle play off of the Sanderson sisters and Hocus Pocus. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'm gonna show you guys all of the little items that I've picked up to kind of transform this from fall to Halloween. So let's get to decorating. But before we get started, I wanted to give you guys a quick little tour of the fall setup. So we just have some oranges going on and some pumpkins. We have plaid going on as well. So there's quite a few features I'm going to be removing to incorporate the Halloween look. So in terms of the frames, I did really think about actually changing them. I was going to go for more of a black and white foresty look, but in the end, I decided I was going to keep the green. It just kind of still has that Halloween look for me. Just kind of thinking of, you know, the Sanderson sisters riding on their brooms, you know, through the forest. And so I think it's just a nice set of prints for what I'm going to be doing as well. And I believe I'm going to also incorporate these green pillows, so it should tie nicely into the prints. But we are going to be removing some of the orange, bringing in some black, and yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that I want to work on is actually going to be my bed. This is usually how I start. It's usually with the prints, but because I'm not changing the prints, we're going to go ahead and move to the bed, because this is like my focal piece, and I need to work on this first before I bring in the smaller details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the plaid and the orange duvet cover. This is from Amazon. I'll link as much as I can down below for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and strip the bedding. And because this is a duvet, I'm going to go ahead and remove the orange and keep the insert, because I bought a new duvet set from Amazon for the Halloween look. All right, so for now we're done with the bed. I'm gonna add 1 or 2 more touches in a little while, but now I wanna go ahead and move on to the end tables. I'm gonna get those wreaths removed and then those pumpkins removed as well, because I definitely want something a little bit more spooky, a little bit more witchy to go with the Sanderson vibe. Alright, so the transformation is complete. I'm going to go ahead and walk you guys through what I've done here. So this piece, you know, I've struggled with for a really long time. I don't, for whatever reason, know how to decorate a space like this. So this is what I did. I just threw up this decor piece, which is from TJ Maxx. I like the fact that it's like the witch's hat. We have a touch of orange, which I'm using in this room as well. So I love that to kind of marry everything together. And then I decided to throw these orange pumpkins with the set. So, you know, just some witchy vibes there, which I like. And then over in this corner, I added this decor piece here. Again, loving the orange part there. And then the numbers 31, you know, just very Halloween-y. And then my favorite part has to just be obviously this whole entire section. These candles just really give it that, you know, a witch kind of sleeps here vibe, and I love that. These little realistic flickering candles from Amazon are amazing. I'll link them down below. I feel like these are from Dollar Tree if my memory serves me correctly, and I just wish I would have bought more because I did not see them put these back out this year. So just adding, you know, different height variations of the candles to just make it look a little bit more authentic. And then this piece was actually in the media room last year. I wasn't planning on using it in this space, but I just thought something was kind of missing. I didn't want to be overly gimmicky and themey, but it is Halloween and it's fun, so I decided to go ahead and throw it. You know, we've got like the witch's spell book, super cute. And this rack, I forget where I got this. Probably, it doesn't say on here, but probably Tuesday morning. I really don't remember. It was in a haul somewhere, and this is a Dollar Tree pumpkin. And then with the wreath, I also did not plan on double layering them. I really thought that the black glittery wreath was gonna do enough talking for the space, but something was just kind of like off about it. I didn't like it, so I decided to incorporate the ones that were here before in the center, and I actually think it looks nice. It ties in the green together as well, so that's what I went for. And then the bed, I really love how the bed turned out. It is like the main part, and I wanted it to have that Sanderson vibe without too much. And so how I really incorporated that was Winifred's color, and I think she's the one that wears green like the majority, like her outfit is mostly green. I think they all have like their own separate colors. And so I really wanted it to kind of look like Winifred's room a little bit, you know? And then I'll put a spell on you pillow. I've had this pillow for a really long time, so I have no idea where I got this. I'm 100% positive it's in a haul from years and years ago. I just don't remember where it's from. And then just like the orange pillows, I think does a really good job of just layering the bed and then bringing in the orange from this pillow, so it just ties in really nicely together. And then the black duvet set, which just amplified the more Halloween style. So I really like how all this turned out. And then I added this green blanket over on top just for some more depth. And then over on this section, the same thing is going on here, except it is a little bit different on this decor. I love how this raven has a witch's hat, which looks identical to that one. So I think that's really cute. And then again with the candles, and then this pumpkin from Dollar Tree is the opposite. It's black with white stripes. And then I did the same thing with the wreaths over on this side. So just to pull back so you guys can kind of see how the prints kind of all tie in together to this look. I really like how it turned out. This was my first year decorating for Halloween. I will tell you guys that I have big plans for redoing this entire space coming January and February. Like all new furniture, a completely different style that you've never seen me really do. So I'm very excited about it. And yeah, but it's been really fun to just, you know, decorate for Halloween. I really only bought 2 new pieces for this bedding, or 3, sorry. The black glittery wreath, the duvet set, and the candles. Now over in this section, I actually didn't do very much at all. I just added this little Ray Dunn trick or treat sign right here because everything else was already done for fall with like the little plaid setup. All of this is going to go as well. None of this is going to be here in the new year, but I have truly loved all of this furniture for so long, but I am ready to move on. And then this lights up as well, orange, so that'll be a nice little touch for Halloween. And then for this section, I just removed the pumpkins over here and decided to just kind of go ultra simple because I do feel like I have decor pieces that I normally wouldn't use for a bedroom, so I thought maybe in this instance less is more. Today's video, I'm going to be transitioning my living room from fall to Halloween. I could definitely leave it as is. I have really loved the way I decorated for fall this year. I feel like it has that fall vibe, but it also has like that Halloween element with the slightly spookier look. I'm using darker colors and blacks. And then over here we have the crows again and all of those vibrant colors for fall. And then we have these pillows over here as well. So plaid is definitely something that I would use more in line with fall than I would Halloween. So we're definitely going to change up the pillows and we're going to change up the pumpkins and do something a little bit more Halloween-y. And then I'm going to do a whole pumpkin setup here because we painted pumpkins, my daughter and I. So it was the very first time that I've painted pumpkins, I think. It was a lot of fun, so I'm going to go ahead and start this video off by inserting the clips of us painting the pumpkins, and then I will get them all staged right here by the fireplace, and then we will work on the rest of the space. So I want to start off with a clean slate right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this basket back. And now I'm going to stack some of my bigger pumpkins towards the back. Towards the back like this, and then maybe do one of these like plastic pumpkins. This is from the at-home store, just to bring in some black. So, all right, for now we're gonna leave it as is, and I'm gonna go ahead and work on this bottom part right here. So we've got the bigger pumpkins that have no painting done on them. I kind of want them to be on the back. All right, I actually think that looks really, really cute. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and remove these pumpkins. They're just not going with the flow of what I'm using here. So I'm just gonna get these removed. Now I want to go ahead and move on to the pillows before I finish off the rest of the areas in the living room. So we're going to get rid of the navy and the plaid. We're going to keep this main pillow, and we're going to get rid of the prints there. I'll show you guys what I have. So I ordered these off of Amazon. They come in a pack of 4. So we've got this one, the cute candy corn. Then we've got the witch one. This one's a separate one that I ordered. It says Boo, and it actually has like some embroidery on it. And then we've got this stripe. So these 4 go together. Got the striped bats and the striped ghost. So I'm actually thinking I'm gonna go with these 2 because I feel like they are more complementary with this whole look together rather than the polka dots. I feel like this with the polka dots isn't flowing as naturally, which I really thought I was gonna do a candy corn theme in the living room. I really did. I don't know what happened. We're gonna do a candy corn theme in the entryway and in the guest bathroom and in the kitchen, but it's just not gonna go in the living room this year. All right, so we're just gonna do some YouTube magic, and all right. So here's what they look like. I think it looks really cute. I actually really love the striped pillows. So I also put in some black pillow covers as well. They're like a nice velvet. It's like really soft. And I got that for a pack of 2 from Amazon as well. From Amazon, I'll link it down below for you guys. The orange pillows I think came from TJ Maxx. I'm not sure where I got them. They're in a haul somewhere. But all right, so we've got the pillow situation worked out. I removed all the navy. All right, gonna go through a final little tour before I move on to the next space. I'm gonna work on the guest bathroom. So this is what I came up with, the console table. I actually didn't really give this space any much thought for Halloween, so I just kind of threw this together with the decor I had. Gorgeous little piece, the black pumpkin, and then I decided to put like one single pumpkin down there because there's like wires going on. So I thought it needed something, but I didn't want to over add because I felt like this was a lot. So just the one pumpkin. I think the birds work really well with the painted pumpkin, so I decided to leave it, and then that way just makes the transition from my fall to Halloween a lot smoother. I don't have to, you know, bring in a bunch of new decor, so it was a lot easier to do it that way. And then this little pillow is so cute. I think this is my first time using it. I believe it came from the at-home store, and I got it on sale after the last Halloween, so yeah, so we got it on October 12th, and it's such a cute little countdown pillow. And then we have, you know, the black is really what I wanted to focus on. that was going to be the way that I was going to tie everything into the birds and give it that Halloween look. I think this is just a showstopper for me. It's just so pretty and fun. It's the first time I ever painted pumpkins and I absolutely love it. I'm definitely going to have to do it every single year. And yeah, they are super cute. And then just the pumpkins over here, pretty simple. And then the pumpkins over here as well. And the pillows, which I think it's really hard to kind of give you guys a full 360 if you were standing in this space. You would, like, if I back up like this, you can kind of get the pillows in the same shot with the pumpkins, and I just think it looks really cute. Pretty hard angle to film in, so I'm just going to share this shot so you can kind of see what's going on the top here, and then the towels in the back. There's not really too much of a consistent theme going on. I just kind of put together a couple of things that I really liked. This little pumpkin right here is from Amazon. I got it last year and I've been waiting all year to put this pumpkin out, and I thought that it would just look really cute in here. I should have gone with like a little ghost theme. I think that would have been really cute, and I might still do that. I just have to go pick up some ghosts from Dollar Tree, but I had this pumpkin on hand, so I decided to put it over here. But I might end up moving this into the kitchen if I do go with like an all ghost theme later. But I added this little house, which even if I do the ghost, I'll keep the house because like they're haunting the little house, and that makes sense. And it'll be a great transition from the entryway because that's going to be the next space that we're going to decorate, and we're going to have some spooky houses there. So this space will just flow really nicely off the entryway. And then you can see here that I added these black hand towels. I think they're from Tuesday Morning. I really love the fact that there's a ghost one, which oddly enough, I got it for the candy corn one. Alright, so we got the candy corn fix in, and actually when I did the DIY for these spooky houses from Dollar Tree, I had 5 total houses up, but I decided to just go with 3 this time so that I could also stack these little candy corn wood blocks. They're from Amazon. I don't know if they're available or not. I will link them down below. This garland, I think is like either Ross or Marshall's. I'm not sure where I got it, but it's super cute, and I like the whole combination of all the fall colors. And again, the fact that I have the spooky houses going on, which just transitions really well to, you know, this little piece here. And that's actually going to be it for today's decorating video. I hope that you guys enjoyed the 3 spaces and gave you any additional ideas. I know we're already in the middle of the month of Halloween, you know, the middle of October. I actually don't keep Halloween decor very long. I usually do actually about 2 weeks worth. So this is exactly when I start decorating myself. I do tend to prefer keeping fall up as long as possible, so that's why I only keep Halloween up a short amount of time. But it's been super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the ideas and the video, and I will see you guys next time. So we're gonna kick off the reveal or the tour now, however you want to call it. I don't think I filmed very much of this space, maybe not even at all, but all I did was I added some spiders to my existing fall decor. So, you know, this was already here, and I've got a spider there and there, and then of course I had to add my crows because they are essentially like the main Halloween theme. And then I also added some spiders, just like place them. These are really great wreaths because you don't really have to do any sort of like hot gluing. They just sit so well because there's so many like little pokey branches. So anyways, I think it looks super cute and very spooky. I love how well it just married into my fall decor. So it was super easy to do. And as a matter of fact, I love how how Halloween turned out so much that next year, I think I'm not gonna keep following fall and Halloween separate. I think I'm just gonna immediately come like August, it's gonna just look like this. It's gonna have crows, it's gonna have everything. So yeah, next year, definitely gonna combine the two, but let's move on. So when we turn this way, we have this entryway. I did two things, as you guys saw. I added these fabulous wood crows and then this checkered garland. Everything else was already here that I set up for fall. All my fall decorate with me's are down below in case you want to see those. Fall has their own playlist and Halloween has their own playlist. So whatever is your fancy, I've got all my videos combined for you. Really, this was one of the biggest pieces where I instantly knew like next year I want to do Halloween straight out the gate and combine it with fall. I just love the pops of the black in here. And yeah, these crows are from Tuesday morning, by the way. I'm so happy I picked them up. I thought it was kind of missing a little something to tie into the living room. So I had this extra garland and I thought, why not? Let's double layer, let's double stack. And I think it looks so charming, like cute spooky, you know, not scary spooky, very cute spooky. And I think it just complements this entire space. Over in the kitchen nook, I love this centerpiece so much so that this is not the first time I've recreated it. This is not the first time I've created it. I can't talk today, but the first time I ever did this little centerpiece here was in the last house, but as you guys remember, it was actually on my kitchen island. So this year it's on the kitchen table in the little kitchen nook, and I love it. We've got all the orange goodness, all the pops of, you know, the fall leaves that just kind of keeps it, you know, just into the season. And then we have the spooky crows. These crows are fabulous. I don't remember where, I think I got them from the at-home store, the big ones. The small ones in the entryway were from Amazon. I'll try to link them down below if I can find them. I just kind of feel like in my experience, black crows were kind of like hard to find. So anytime I can get my hands on them, I will. And I even added a little baby one right here, which I don't think you guys saw. And yeah, so essentially I didn't really do anything hard here, like in terms of just so much decorating, because I, again, had already done this for fall. All this was already set up. I just added the touch of the crows. And then at the top, just to bring some more spookiness, I added my favorite DIY, Halloween DIY of all time. Like, I'm obsessed with these little spooky houses, so I will link the Dollar Tree. They are Dollar Tree little spooky houses, and I painted them, and yeah, all of that. So go check out that DIY linked below, and I think it's perfect because, you know, it kind of like adds a little something more, not just like crows running around the house, but some like spooky houses too. I think I need to add some crows, or maybe like one, to this mirror right here. So I might do that. And this living room, you guys, this is by far the best Halloween living room that I've personally done. Even though the living room isn't technically finished, what's going on that back wall is not what it's going to look like at Christmas time. But when I looked back at photos from like how I styled the couch and the pillows, if you've been with me, you know pillows are kind of my kryptonite. They've just been really difficult for me to like figure out and style, but what I have here, I absolutely love. And yeah, so also I want to point out some new changes. I changed the way the curtains hang on the hook. I added those little clips. I think it looks so much nicer. So like, for example, see how it's like that? I just didn't think that looked very nice. I'm waiting on some clips for those as well. But yeah, isn't it crazy, like the difference? Not that there's anything wrong with the previous way. It's just for what I have going on. I think this looks better. And then I switched out the piece that was in the center. It wasn't working. I felt like something was off. And so it was like a white and brown scroll, but I went with an all black. And I think it looks so much better. This is just an extra blanket. It just has like the black. I used this last year, it's not new. As a matter of fact, the only new things that I really got this year for Halloween are those pillows that you're looking at and the crows, the big wooden crows in the entryway. Everything else I've had on hand. So even these orange pillows, which I'm obsessed with, I think I got them from like TJ Maxx or Home Goods last year, and I love them. They are by far, they were so worth the money. I think they were like 34 something a piece, and I only have 2 of them. And then I kept the ottoman the same, how I had it for fall. So I just have some blankets, because if you guys remember when I was decorating for fall, I said I was going for texture. So that's why you see so many blankets. And I just think it looks nice. I think the pops of the orange just, yeah, it just goes so smoothly with my fall to Halloween transition. And of course, I had to keep my Hocus Pocus book right here. Hocus Pocus comes out in a couple days, and I'm so excited. I will link this book down below. This book is fabulous. And then these pillows, I love them. I got them from Home Goods or TJ Maxx. These I purchased here in Florida, and I think they're so cute. They actually came together, like this set came together and that set came together. And I think the buffalo check really makes all the difference, because then I have the buffalo check pumpkin here. I decided to remove the pictures and then just kind of like keep this. I think it looks a little less cluttered, considering, you know, all the fall and Halloween bits that I put up. So I think that looks really nice. And then it's the exact same on that end table as well. So this back corner, like I mentioned, is not complete. As a matter of fact, I have one of the boxes for the furniture piece that's going here. I have one more box that's getting delivered, and it's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to put this piece together, and then I'm going to do something here. I'm not entirely sure yet. Probably some type of like greenery tree thing. It definitely needs it, because everything is looking very... Green always helps. Like that's all I can say. And then I just added more of my spooky houses. And then I went back and decided to add the little crow on top of the pumpkin. I just thought it was necessary. So I think that looks so cute. I would love to like add twinkle lights, but because, again, I'm about to change this whole wall, I'm not going to. But yeah, so anyways, I think it's cute. It gives it that pop of black that we need on the back wall. And then when you turn around this way, kept it super simple. I didn't buy anything extra for Halloween for this, so I'll just give you guys an up close look. We added my black crows. This was when I first fell in love with them. They are actually from Hobby Lobby, but Hobby Lobby has never done these black crows again. As a matter of fact, just so FYI, Hobby Lobby does not do Halloween in general. So this was like part of their fall, essentially. And I love these crows. They were in the entryway last year at the last house. And then you guys saw, all I did was I turned the pumpkins around. So for fall, I just have them like this. And for Halloween, this is super cute. They have that pop of black as well. So I really like it. And then I added the two crows over here just to kind of break up the symmetrical thing that was kind of going on. I thought about adding another garland, but I thought, no, okay, like we've done too much. I'm also figuring out what I'm gonna do with this piece and this in terms of like a makeover, so I don't really know. And then I just thought to throw up this little pumpkin right here. Just have like something orange in the corner. It was in the fireplace in the last house, so super cute. And then when we come over to this section, I just thought that it needed something because I didn't really do anything here for fall. So I found these pumpkins. They were in the living room last year, and I just styled it up. That's pretty much it. I added this candle, which this candle also, I think it's from Walmart last year. I got it back in Texas before the move. It's one of the candles that made it. So, oh, and we have this cute little ghost. I also got him last year. I don't remember where. He's like a light up. I probably need to just add a battery to him, but that's pretty much it. Really simple and cute. You know, just kind of bring some Halloween here. Otherwise, it just kind of seems like a break in the decor. And I decided that I also had to decorate the back patio. I was kind of disappointed in myself for not even considering this space for fall. But again, I've just moved in a couple months ago, so I'm still trying to, you know, get everything squared away. But I pulled from what I already had on hand. I had all these pillow covers. They were in the game room in the last house. I actually have a bunch more. They're from Amazon. I'll try to link these down below. I feel like I need some like solid pillows, and I do have some black pillow covers. So I need to just go grab them, and then I'll just do like maybe 3. I'll do like 3 or 2 black pillows or whatever, because I just kind of feel like they look like they're floating, and doing something solid behind a print I think kind of grounds it a little bit. That's just my personal take. And then I just added this cute little pumpkin. It lights up. And then this little witch's broom. And then that says Pocus, but it's like Hocus Pocus. Super cute. And then by the fireplace outside, we have this pumpkin right here. Also not new. I believe I got that at TJ Maxx. Actually, I think I got this piece when I was in Lubbock. With Micah when I was like moving her in, or I was visiting, I don't really know what. But it was so funny because while I was visiting her, I was like shopping for fall and Halloween. And back here, I added the Halloween mats. I have the fall one in the front of the house, and I decided to just put the Halloween ones out here because I am keeping the front of the house more fall. So I had this on hand and I thought, why not, you know? And then we've got the black checkered rug. Both of those are from Amazon, by the way. I do need some planters for those, and then I need some more planters because I want to do like a bunch of faux flowers right here. But that's pretty much it. I mean, simple. It'll be a fun space to sit here and watch the Hocus Pocus 2 premiere. So, yeah. I mean, you know, I had to kind of keep it simple because the weather, you know, can get pretty crazy. So like these little pillows, they will fly away. So I'll have to like bring stuff in when we get storms, but I still think it's spooky-ish and very Halloween. So I'm excited to watch movies here. And that's going to be it for today's Decorate With Me. I'm not including the kitchen because the kitchen has been this year's kryptonite. I just can't film myself while I try to decorate it because I honestly have no idea what I'm going to do in there. But when I do like a fall nighttime house tour video, you'll see what I end up doing there. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.